To Latt. We are again very proud that he's with us with so long, as he has been very much appreciated for his detailed commentary. As usual, he will give a presentation first of about 20 minutes, and then we will open the floor for question and answer. I forgot to introduce myself, but I am Sciortino, the director of SEA-Junction. And this program is in collaboration with Ajar, and Mizzima News is our media partner. Please, Latt, a famous journalist associated with Mizzima, please do your presentation.
Thanks, Leah. Thanks, as usual. This time, my presentation will focus, mainly on three parts. One is about 1027 second wave for military operation in northern Shan State. It's ongoing, it's intense. And then I will touch a bit on general economic situation, which is also very dire. That is now, I think, a lot of flood happening. And then there will be power extension or SAC, State Administrative Council, coming 31st July. So it is illegal. They are allowed to extend only twice, but they did already 5 times. But coming in 3 days, they have to do another extension, and there are a lot of speculation and about what will be happen on 31st July or 1st of August. So this will be my presentation and divided into 3 parts. So I will start with the current ongoing military operation in northern Shan State and 1027 operation 2. Can I have a slide, please? All right, I will start with 1027. Of course, it suggests, it is a October 27 last year. Started within 3 months, they were able to seize a lot of border town and a lot of border trade in northern Shan State, led by 3 Brotherhood Alliance, known as NDAA and National Democratic Alliance, similarly known as KOKAN, and TNLA, Tan National Liberation Army, and similarly known as PLAO, and the AA Arakan Army. So this second wave, it was intervened by Chinese. So the first wave was stopped for 5 months after hiking agreement. Currently, there is a joke in Burma, Myanmar. China tried very hard, but made in China don't last very long. So does this ceasefire. So after 5 months, it's broke out. It started on 27 June last month, but suddenly, within 1 month, these 3 brotherhoods able to capture a lot of township, namely Naungcho, Mogo, Madea, Singu, Jaume, and now Lasho. Lasho is a northeastern command, first ever command center. There are 14 command centers in Burma, fall into resistance groups, and there were 317 mass sadhana, I think mainly from the newly recruited conscription soldier. Because it is a northeastern command, a lot more other regiment around Lasho, like there are engineering, or the guards, Lasho guard force. So all those, both sides claim that Lasho is already captured by the KOKAN, and they already issue new administrative order, and they issue all the pictures, and also the latest Lasho prison already open. There is famous NLD deputy House Speaker today. Now he is released. And also, it's quite confusing because recently UWSA, which is not in fighting, but they enter the town. they are simply saying that they want to protect their interests, but seem like it is somehow, I mean, SAC agreed that Wa to take over the position, maybe because the Chinese also agree. And also I asked them, look at, they're quite happy that Wa in, because at least if there is Wa, maybe they may not crash or bomb the town into the ground. So it's a very confusing military operation happening right now, and continuous fierce fighting, a lot of refugees running everywhere, and also very difficult for communication. All the phone line is cut, and also all the other internet is down. So we have to use our own dedicated sources to get the information out there, and also many uh, captures, prisoner of war, and also a lot of negotiated surrender happening. So, but these news are not available yet. Along with three brotherhoods, actually there are other resistance fighters, namely Mandalay PDF. Mandalay PDF became very, very famous. I will explain later. Um, um, Out of all the NUG PDF, MOD Ministry of Defense, Mandalay PDF became very well known for this fighting, along with other PPLA, Burma People Liberation Army, and PLA, People Liberation Army, former communist units are also fighting with them. So this is in the northern part and 1027, and also in the western part, a capture very famous Tandwe, Ngabli, and only first ever resistance overrun the airport, township with the airport and the beach, access to sea. So a lot more happened in the western border near the Bangladesh border as well. So this is the quick update about 1027 part 2. I will go more detailed in Mandalay PDF. Next slide, please. Mandalay PDF, they become a very famous PDF forces out of, I mean, out of all the resistance groups. And also, I mean, PDF started with the homemade guns, and this PDF, because of they got experience, they were fighting along with those three brotherhood alliance for the first wave. So they got the 3 year or more or less, military experience, and able to capture the Matea. Matea is 53 miles away from Mandalay. So now a lot of talk about whether they were advanced, Mandalay. And it is also led by very young Madiga Dauda, very famous Dauda, and very well organized. And they maintain very good relation with three brotherhoods. And also they are well armed and well disciplined. I mean, well armed compared with other PDF. There are a lot other PDF scattered around, but the Manali PDF and Mogo PDF are the most famous. Probably they got firepower. I mean, they got all the capture seized weapons from SAC troop, either surrender or they capture, and they are using all the Myanmar army weapons, and they are very well trained, and they approved to be able to capture townships. Now they are capturing another township very close to Mandalay after Madaya. Now they are entering Singu. So that, a lot of reports saying that even not only Lasho, the Northeastern Command, Mandalay second capital of Burma, it's another threat because of these fierce Mandalay PDF and Mogo PDF. In numbers, there are 10 regiment and Mandalay PDF, and there are 4 Mogo PDF. So each regiment make out of 251. So it's in terms of number, it's quite huge. And there are many other PDF also joining at the moment. But out of all PDF, Mandalay PDF have become very well known for their military capability, their discipline, and I mean their ability to capture the townships. Next slide, please. And this is the Northeastern Command in Lasho. Also, I mean, after military coups, this is the first ever military command. I mean, as I said, there are 14 command center, and northeastern. Lashio is the capital of northeast, and all the Chinese related border trade and everything based there. This is the city hall where they capture, and there is a lot of side war going on. And army spokesperson still refuse that Lashio is not for and are there. And then these Kogan, they show all the pictures, not only this picture, all the picture of Northeastern Command, City Hall, Lashio Airport, Lashio Prison. They show all the capture one, but there is ongoing fighting because of nature of command center. There are many other supported unit around there. So one command center fall, and then they go and march another center. So as of this right now, there is heavy ongoing fighting. But there is report saying that deputy commander of northeastern command already passed away in Pyongyang in hospital. That is confirmed. He is one of the colonel, deputy commander of SAC. He already passed away, along with police chief and also another high-ranking army officer. There are a lot of casualty both sides, but I can confirm that the deputy commander of Lashio Northeastern Command is gone. Next slide, please. And also this is the TNLA Mogul PDF and direct Mogul people are welcoming. I mean, this is quite risky. If you show your support or somebody to a TNLA or PDF, what army response? They were bomb that particular township. But this is the Mogul people, although despite they have an pressure, they sincerely enjoy seeing resistance taking over the township and welcoming there. So I think morally, these resistance forces are enjoying the popular support. That is very important because one of the reasons SAC soldier, although they are very well armed, it's moral issues. Their moral is very low. But in contrast, a lot of resistance enjoying, including TNLA and Three Brotherhoods. Usually majority Burman or other don't really support that, but now they enjoy popular supports. So I think that will be the difference between resistance and then Myanmar army, about the moral issue is very important in terms of ongoing military operations. Next slide, please. So far there is 71 township. We have 330 township. Actually 72. This 71 didn't include, you can see all detail. Ranging from different ethnic groups and different area, especially now is in northern Shan State. And almost all border trade is gone except southern Shan State in Tachi Lake, Mesai, near Thailand. And the rest, now there's even the Thai start trading with the boat from Koh Tao to Yangon because of more or less Thai border also fall under KNU, and also almost all Chinese trading fall under Three Brotherhoods, and most of the trading centered in India and Bangladesh fall under AA. So far there are 72 township under resistance. I think it's very likely that there will be more. Now the biggest question, whether the capturing Lashio is just a matter of time. They will definitely got the Lashio. Now the question is whether they will capture Mainyu and Mandalay. Mandalay is from threat from both sides. One from Madhya is 53 miles away, and another one is Mainyu. Mainyu is the Army Defense Service Academies, also and a really serious threats. So the question is whether this advance will stop at the Lashio or whether they continue going to Mandalay and Mainyu. This is a big question that we have to wait and see. Yeah. Next slide, please. And also I will move to the nonviolent movement. This is Dr. Tezasan, very famous. He started the Spring Revolution in 2021 military coups. First ever open demonstration led by Dr. Tezasan. He managed to strike in the Mandalay. He is from Mandalay, very famous nonviolent resistant leader. And he was demonstrated in Mandalay, So it is also, I mean, it's lift a lot of morale. So it's not only military operation, but also non-violence, people movement, gaining gathering around, even in the big city like Mandalay. So he was wanted, but he managed to have a demonstrator at Mandalay, even posting in the Mandalay next to the welcome to Mandalay, the Golden Palace City. And that's also another non-violent one. Another significant nonviolent movement was 7 July, marking on, 7 July. It's the demolition of the student union in Yangon University. They were marking Yangon and big other city. Again, there are also nationwide marking of 4 people hanged, including Jimmy, ADA student leader, and the rapper and MP Seattle. So there are a lot of, I mean, not only armed struggle, but also a lot of non-violence and non-CDN, civil disobedience movement happening both in the big cities. So next slide, please. And also, again, this is about the man, as the poster suggested. There was a one senior man aboard, shot dead by Burmese army in Tsingu near Mandalay, and the army denied that they didn't shoot it. It was PDF. Later, the senior man, accompanied man, he revealed that no, that one was shot by Burmese army. So then Burmese army admit that they shot him. They thought it was a PDF. And then, it's a lot of dissatisfied, a lot of, I mean, he is a very famous lecturer, teacher, based in Bago. And his funeral was huge. And then again, there is a lot of men start striking. They are doing the refusing the denying the alarm from military, army, security forces and their family. So that is also again, it's say going on a lot of city, mainly in Sagai, Mandalay, Mataya, a bit of both control area. There is ongoing monk strikes. So it's not only 1027 second wave. This is also second wave for Burmese saffron monk on the strikes and denying all the engagement with the armies. In Burmese saying, if 3 sons unite, country will unite. 3 sons meaning one is a son of Buddha, son of school, and then son of army. So there is this saying is coming back again. So this is another significant challenge for the Burmese army, especially again, morally, mentally, and also Manga institutionalized. I think there are around 300,000 Manga. They are also a huge institution in Burma. So this is another crisis that Myanmar army is facing, and one is in military operation, and two other is the non-violent struggle against them. So I will go to the more on the economic situation. Next slide, please. So these are I mean, before I go, there is a lot of diplomatic activities. The Chinese very actively engaged. Out of blues, they invite former President Thein Sein. I think he's retired, but they bring back him for the Mother Xi Jinping and also the Wang Yi, and also they invite the SAC deputy So Wen, sorry, not Mao A, and also 4 political parties, and they just came back. And also forthcoming 31st July, the Chinese will have another negotiate with the three brotherhoods. Hopefully they will put pressure them to not advance, like another hiking agreement, ceasefire agreement. So there is a lot of Chinese active engagement and diplomacy. And also the Burmese Foreign Minister Tan Sui, he is in Kumen, meeting with the Chinese Communist Party and Deputy Foreign Minister. So I think there are a lot of active Chinese diplomatic engagement. One is on, they were telling things saying that, according to Singaporean-based CNA, to step down and pave way for the change. I don't know whether they say former president has any leverage over Mail Online, current group's leader, or his role, but we have to wait and see coming 31st July. when the military has to extend their power, what will be their role? But I think very little chance at the moment, But the Chinese are very active and trying to engage all potential influencer and including the what is it? These four political parties and mainly USDP, Army-backed party, and also Kogoji, and People's Party, and one Rakhine AFP, and Arakan and Sham Party. So Chinese are very busy. So we had to wait and see these in 3 days. What is it? Also, they put in pressure on on Kokan especially to have a ceasefire. Kokan announced ceasefire, but they continue fighting. So also, I mean, the Chinese, I mean, they are huge. And next slide, please. Let me go to a bit of general view about our economic problem. These are the military and diplomatic crisis, and also as well as there are all bad business, especially now. You see people queuing for the cocaine line, queuing for the bank. The cartoon illustrate, and they arrest all the gold trader, and then dollar trader, and then condo buyer, a lot of impact on Bangkok condos there. And then recently they are arresting all this rice seller. So also did it spark or economics unstable. People cannot withdraw their money. And also there is reported that they are printing Burmese currency. According to NUG Finance Minister report, it is a 30,000 billion jet, the amount of the money that they print out. Now, Burmese currency is only devalued, and only 2/3 of its value remain before military coups, and it is a quite serious issues. There are petrol shortage everywhere because of Burmese has to buy petrol by US dollar because of US dollar price hike, and also ongoing civil war. Burmese army has to pay Russia, not even US dollar. Russia only take the gold. And also there is a severe electric shortage, and also impact on daily economic life. Yes, next place. So in general, every very bad business. After 3 year intense war, no business, no import, no export. And then the recent appointment. I mean, it is also another funny. Mayor Line appoint Mayor Line. Mayor Line appoint himself as an acting president, insisting that current president Min Sui, acting president, his head is deteriorating. So out of blues, Mayor Line announced he is a acting president. So now, so far, Mayor Line has 4 posts. He is the president, Mayor Line. Also, he is a prime minister of interim government. He's the chairman of State Administrative Council, and he is a senior general army commander-in-chief. So he got 4 positions. That's why the cartoon saying that he award himself. But I mean, one of his dream, he want to be the president. I don't know whether this desire will go away. But coming 31st July, there will be Defense and Security Council meeting, and people wondering how will he dress. Will he come half uniform, half civilian, half president clothes, or like all 4 features? But anyway, he has to convey this. He has to come for the National Defense and Security Council for extending another 6 months. Definitely he will extend, but his role is not sure. My other slides, please. Oh, there was, okay, this is the old one. Doesn't matter. There were another slide, and also related to coming 31st of the July, and in 3 days, there is another significant thing is they are meeting Aung San Suu Kyi. There is report that current Interior Minister Yabi met her twice. A few report coming out, and we got confirmed from the prison authority that they were twice meeting. And so that July, there will be the 3 days, definitely as you were extent, and 6 times, already 5 times. In the constitution, they only allow twice, but this is already there. And there is a lot of speculation that there will be potential new interim government going to take care of election. There is a proposed election. There will be censored in September, like it or not. And that is what Chinese want them to do. And so there is a lot of speculation going on. What will be the role of Thein Sein? And also what will be the role of Aung San Suu Kyi? Is there any role? I mean, so a lot of things can happen. And what will be the role of current acting president Min Aung Hlaing? And because if he is a president, he may pave way for maybe another founder interim government. But with all this, military and other political pressure, I see a little chance that there may be any change because change is very, very dangerous. So maybe he may just continue extend another 6 months. So we have to wait and see for another 3 months, another 3 days, 31st July or 1st of August of these, current political settings. These are my presentation. All question and comments are welcome. Leah,
Yes, thank you very much. I wait for the share PowerPoint too. And I am sorry that this was not the last, but maybe this can be I understand this is not the last version you sent. And
I just put Aung San Suu Kyi picture.
yes. Okay, so maybe you can start with telling us more about Aung San Suu Kyi and the visit that she has received. And then there are 2 questions. One is, could you please update the ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting that was done last week? And then again, what is happening? You have not talked much this time about Thailand, the impact on Thailand. Is there any new development about that? So these are the 2 questions we have received so far.
Okay, I will start with Aung San Suu Kyi. A lot of people argue there is no role for Aung San Suu Kyi, but for me, I think Aung San Suu Kyi, her popularity still remain after 3 years logging up, and especially if because a lot of armed struggle going on, she will never support armed struggle. She is a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Because when we were young, we were picking up guns and she never supported. She only said that young people picking up guns, it is a army responsibility. So, within the armed resistance, she is not popular. But for me, if the Burmese army or soldier want to negotiate, who do they negotiate? Will they negotiate with Three Brotherhoods? Or will they negotiate with NUG? I doubt it. Who will they negotiate? I think Aung San Suu Kyi. That's our role, I think, when it's come. And also, there is a lot of ongoing cooking up for, working on a kind of negotiated settlement or dialogue or discussion. Who were the dialogue? The army. Is it Aung San Suu Kyi? Or is it NUG? Is it those, ethnic groups, mainly, Three Brotherhoods or NUG? Very unlikely that they will negotiate. So I think the Aung San Suu Kyi role is still very important for me, especially when there is, a lot of people will reject negotiation because of who were responsible for war crime, but I think if there is negotiated settlement, I think the Aung San Suu Kyi role is still very relevant and important. And for the ASEAN Foreign Ministry recent meeting, a lot of people, there was one of the, I think, a counselor attempt from SAC. They try to re-engage into the ASEAN because ASEAN don't allow any political position, only civilians. So they send in one permanent secretary, foreign ministry permanent secretary attempt. There was the ladies previously saying that Burma Myanmar is going to change. They are basically trying to promote their proposed election, forthcoming election. And then NUG make the recent strong statement, saying that, why not inviting NUG as a legitimate government? That's also good points. And also, about the reviewing of these 5-point consensus. After 3 years, we need to reconsider whether it is working or do we need to reformulate, or what is working, what is not working, or even this 5-point consensus. I mean, releasing a political prisoner, or whether what there will be the humanitarian assistance in the 5-point consensus too, season of violence. So what happened to these? Some of the urgent issues like humanitarian assistance. Why not? When they not studying this one, and also there was, I mean, also U.S. and China and Russia there. U.S. and Blinken is saying about addressing issues. So I think ASEAN, I mean, will play very important role, and because of all other international, including China, saying that 5-point consensus is the only way. ASEAN is the right body to handle Burma-Myanmar issue. But we don't see any action after 3 years. So they stuck somewhere. So it is time to review and start doing what works and what's not working, Otherwise, there will be credibility issues that ASEAN become a paper tiger, not able to address or not able to even, doing anything meaningful after 3 years, more refugees, more migrants. This is linked to Thailand. Thailand has to suffer. And not only Thailand, a lot of Burmese are fleeing everywhere. There are around 3 million IDPs, 80 million people needing the humanitarian assistance. So Burmese running everywhere they can, mainly to Thailand. Now a lot in Laos. In the past, no Burmese go to Laos. Now if you go to Cambodia, Laos, all young Burmese, because of all this conscription, economic hardship, security issues. Now this batch, and they're going to recruit women. Women are in danger at the moment, forced conscription. So these are immediate impact on ASEAN. And now is ASEAN, what is the tripartite? 3 parties, current chair, previous chairs, and forthcoming chair. Next one is like the Malaysia. So these are all significant impact, whether ASEAN, I mean, these 5-point consensus need to revisit one by one, which one is working, which one not working, or if not, also they should have some timeline and measurement. If there is no proper response, what is the action? What kind of action, If you have no action and then you are paper tiger and, you are getting nowhere. At the same time, all the other international diplomatic community, mainly Western Chinese, also saying that, okay, it is an ASEAN road and then ASEAN not able to do anything, At least, trying to address these humanitarian issues. That is one of the consensus. What about these cross-border? Even in current area, there are already more than 1 million IDPs now. What about them? And where is the human cross-border aid? Where are the aids going on? And that kind of things, that something pragmatic and that can work, or with the measurable outcome. Otherwise, people were saying, "Oh, it's just NATO, no action, talk only." ASEAN becoming NATO, and then people start losing faith. They are the paper tiger. So these are my related foreign ministry, ASEAN foreign ministry, and also the Thailand. Also, Thailand can do a lot, but we understand Thailand has its own crisis and change of foreign minister. It's not only foreign minister. There is a special task force on Burma. We haven't seen any significant move for new foreign minister or talking about these particular 14 bodies about the new task force, and also only negative that recently Thailand bank facilitating Burmese army buying the army weapons from the parliamentary, parliamentary security committee from move our parties with the UN Special Rapporteur saying that we need to scrutinize. That is a only negative response, and then Bang are saying that we have no capacity to chase down. But there is a fact that we know that around 36 million US dollar worth of money transition happened through the Thai bank. It's quite a huge number. So there is a Sam Ransid and the parliamentary committee raising the issues. So and also we don't know second wave for Thai Red Cross humanitarian engagement because now is the flooded. I mean the Moy River, Myawaddy is under flood. Mesau, some area of Mesau is under flood. There is a heavy flood going on top of all these, man-made disaster, war, refugees. Now is a flood, a lot of area is under flood, especially along Thai Burma border. So we need a lot more emergency relief on those areas. But I haven't seen any active engagement by the Thai led by Thai new foreign minister. That's my sincere answer for this question.
Now we have again a lot of questions. I don't know if we want to show the slides of Aung Suu Kyi, Lin.
If you want to, that is a AI. Yeah, okay.
If we can manage.
All right, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so that is the slide.
That is a very, very. I think this is the AI generated. She is back in prison in her cell in the little house in Nadido prison and meditation mainly. Also, one of the significant Chinese diplomat asking is to allow to meet Aung San Suu Kyi. So far, they are not success yet. May Online, he think it is a personal war between he and Aung San Suu Kyi. So now this time, because of these Chinese, maybe are they demanding this again or not? We don't know. But there is a meeting with Yabi. Yabi is also, and he know Aung San Suu Kyi during her government. There was a National Reconciliation Committee, and then Yabi is represented Myanmar Peace Center. So there is a personal connection, but we got confirmed by the prison guard, and also there is a report that they met her twice. So I think probably, I mean, she's pretty old too. And locked up for quite a long time. And we all know she got some problem about her, tooth age or, even no one got, even her lawyer are not allowed to meet. Although they meet her, they're not allowed to speak. There is a regular prison visit. So we put some of our own soldiers within the Yemen Nebiro prison, that we keep our eyes on her. Definitely there is a meeting happened with her. We don't know the outcome yet. Probably maybe allow the Chinese to meet or let's wait and see this come in 31st in 3 days. So not far. But I think, is there any role? I mean, that is another interesting question about Aung San Suu Kyi. What if, in this current crisis, if there is a wanting to talk about negotiated settlement apart from military overthrow, what will be her role? That is a current question. I already mentioned that a lot more people, especially I'm resistant, think there is no role. This is not half fight. This is the grassroots, or mainly young generation. They call it Gen Z, Generation Z. And it is about their future. So they pick up the guns, handmade, homemade. It is not about Aung San Suu Kyi, no. But then, if they want a serious crisis, exit from political crisis, or a lot of talk about negotiated settlement, then what will be her role? We also very curious and what should be. I'm sure she will stay very popular among Burmese, especially ordinary people, not the resistant fighter. And her role is we cannot undermine her popularity and her role. So I think that is also a hanging question, about
that is quite an interesting question and controversial too, as there are different views on Aung San Suu Kyi. But we have other questions, so I will move to that. We can take away the slide, but if anyone wants to comment, very welcome. So we have from a journalist from the States, I think a question about what are the estimates of the number of refugees that fled to Thailand? I know there are a lot of estimates, not necessarily accurate, but what is your estimate based on what you know of the number of people that have fled to Thailand since the very beginning of the crisis, and more recently because of the conscription. That is one question. The other one is, could you give an update on the western part, Chin State, and northern part, Kachin State, on what has been happening in the last months? So we have heard about Mandalay and the three brothers, but can you tell us more about these two particular area, Kachin and Chin State?
Okay.
And one more, we have more, but I stopped with, did the former Thai Minister of Foreign Affairs, Parnpree, leave any positive contribution in working toward the ASEAN goal of engagement with the SAC? And there are other questions, but we will wait for that. Okay.
All right. For the estimated refugees, I mean, Thailand don't recognize as refugees.
Yes,
But
yes.
when you say refugee, there is a UNHCR registered number is very low. But the KNU recent statement saying that there are more than 1 million refugees and IDPs in their area. KNU, there are 2,403 kilometers Thai Burma border, mainly current. And so this is the latest figure that KNU spread out recently, refugee in their control area. So this is the latest figures. And I know that
More generally, if you think about people who fled to Thailand,
yes,
who did not consider refugee, but we
yeah,
know that
or
many
IDPs all
Bangkok,
combined.
Samai, and others, what would be the estimate, not only on the border areas?
So I think you may get a different figure from UNHCR or relief agency like Thai Burma Border Consortium or KNU or KMPP. So this is the official KNU. Before the military coups, they were around 200,000. And then 1 year or 2 years, they said 600,000. Now the latest figure, a little bit over 1 million. There is a KNU humanitarian development figure. This is the latest one, so must be accurate because I mean a lot more people, including conscription young people, run into KNU control area or Thai Burma border, and also a lot more than currently. But currently it is surprisingly very small number, and also heavy fighting. Not easy to run over there. So I think the smaller state is a currently, so they are only 300,000 population, but more than half, 200,000 is refugees. Only only a few remain. This is what I know on the border. This number are accurate, and you can check with the KNU Department of Humanitarian Service, and there is a latest statement about that. Also updated Chin and Kachin. I think Kachin quietly obtained quite a lot of territorial control, including less remaining China border trade. But Kachin are very quiet. They're not like Three Brotherhoods or not like KNU. They do military operation very quietly, but they are gaining more territorial control. The latest one that we noticed in one of the last remaining border trade outposts was overrun, along with a lot more other. Kachin tactic is a little slow, but they slowly and steadily capturing a lot of their territories. We don't know whether China will put pressure on Kachin as well, but Kachin is not part of this ceasefire. But my point is they are gaining more territorial control more by more, quietly and moving quietly. And also there is a lot of flood at the moment because of Upper Ayeyarwady, Mizzima was under flood. And that's why, hard to get communication, and their military operation become a bit slowed down because of heavy fighting in other area. And Chin also the same. That's less remaining. I think they overrun one township, Matubi, recently. They capture 200 POW, including families and kids. That was so. And there is a two big groups, CNF and Chin Brotherhood. They have their own administration, claiming that 80% of Chin lands, it's under their control, complete their control. Only 5 remaining army outposts remain. They said before the coup, there were more than 60 army outposts. Only 5 remain. The rest are all overrun. And also very heavily cut off. Chin area is territorially very hard to reach. I mean, physically. And also there is a lot of Indian, Indian actively engaged with Burmese army at the moment. So they're trying to put the plans and they put in a lot of pressure about the supply route, especially rainy season. I mean, Chinland only possible from India side. There is no way that you can travel from Burmese side, from Zagai, very difficult. But there is a more blocking of aids or selling of goods get into Chinland. So we're quite worried that there may be a bit more humanitarian disaster because of very difficult terrain, and especially in rainy season, and also the Indian pressure to cut off all the supply route to CNF, Chin and Chin Brotherhood. That is what happened in the Chinland. And also the communication is very difficult. And former Foreign Minister Pambry, what did he do? He very short-lived. Not only Pambry, his deputy Ajahn Siaset, they were very eager. He came to Bora 2-3 times. One that is a heavy, intense fighting, and also, I mean, first foreign minister working on Thai Burma friendship bridge. I was there. I've never seen Thai foreign minister working on the friendship bridge and visiting the Burmese market, visiting the friendship bridge number 2, where the major Thai trade route going on. I don't see all these activities anymore. So as a foreign minister, I personally, saw him twice on the bridge, actively engaged, show interest, and found the Burmese task force. I mean, one foreign minister came along with the other army, like Naryn Zone 3, Armed Force was there, National Security Council people there. So these were in those days, a lot of Thai journalists very busy, looking for Burmese commentator and commentating the issues. And so I don't know what did he achieve. He and Siraja did a lot, at least forming the particular focal groups, task force. But I don't know the fate of this task force. Is it stay active or not? Because it's quite interesting that there were no focal particular task force, combined force, dealing about Burma Myanmar issues. So that's what he did, I think, at least in a foreign minister, Ministry of Trade, Security Council, and also the Thai army involved, combined task force was there. But the question is whether it is anti-active under the new foreign minister or not. I don't know.
Okay, so 2 more, but please answer quickly because we are at the end. And I want to there are many people who thank you also, so I want to give time to that. But 2 quick questions. First is about why Western countries are not acting, while they know that China has been involved recently with Myanmar. And the last question, quite interesting question from a colleague, please clarify. Several media outlets are writing that the group opposing the junta are trading in opium and other synthetic drugs to earn money to support the opposition to the junta. Can you comment on this?
About junta
and opposition, yes, opposition group to the junta that are trading. So not only the one that support the junta, that we know that they are trading drugs, but also the opposition groups are also trading in drugs and other in opium and other synthetic drugs. So can you please comment on this?
All right. So I will start with Western and Chinese. Chinese are immediate neighbor. And this saffron revolution, Spring Revolution is all about democracy and federalism. The Chinese is not democratic country. In terms of politics, we don't get any political support. So from the political support, it is a Western country supporting democracy, human rights, along with many other, democratic militia. But the Chinese political system is not democratic, but they are immediate nature. And then, once Chinese move, they really move quickly. Now it's into the Lasso, I mean, what is their proxy? They are very active. Although Western, I mean, especially US, they are busy with Gaza and Ukraine war. Come on, 80 billions US dollar. And also they have an election. There is a Burma Act. We don't know where Burma Act is now, and also it's like we're not priority. There are other competing priority for the West, mainly the Gaza, Ukraine war. For the EU, Ukraine is more important. And then Burmese, Myanmar, it's long away and not that significant, I guess. So although morally and politically, they support the democratic Burma, democratic movement, but in reality, not much in practical way. The Chinese, they want, I mean, if when the Burmese army don't listen, they put pressure. They play both. I mean, who is gaining out of all this conflict? I think Chinese. Most of the Chinese borders and all the ethnic groups that has a very good relation with China. So China gaining a lot more territorial control. At the same time, they are also, I mean, now, more active with the Burmese army. I don't know what they are up to. I mean, they because of their immediate neighbor. So the Chinese were very active and also again, Thailand is not like superpower like China. So once Chinese move, there is a real impact on our domestic politics. What about this 1027? Even Northern Korea announced ceasefire for their Chinese Communist Party conference at the 31st. There's nothing to do with our fighting in the Northern Shan, but this is the Chinese power. I mean, they have quite influence on both the Burmese army and also these three brotherhood Northern Alliance and the WA, very powerful army. But interestingly, so far no invitation for Mei Honglan. Since Mei Honglan coup for 3 years, Chinese not inviting Mei Honglan yet. He is not invited. So that is also quite interesting. Why are they deliberately excluding him? What is the Chinese position on current coup leader Mei Honglan? We don't know. And about the drugs, there is always accused. If you look at UNODC, Burma, Myanmar became one of the major drug export since military coups. I mean, we are, I mean, already beating Afghanistan. Burma is a first major drug trade. All the volume is high. I mean, all the people with guns and a lot of accusation. I mean, a lot of taxation. Also, Burmese don't have proper economy, no more proper economy. Let me give you the amount. The amount of drug trade, it's a 70 billion US dollar a year. Our GDP used to be 70 billion. And this year, according to World Bank, it's only 65 billion US dollar. So in reality, drug trade is more than our normal trade. So there is the fact that you can't deny. There is a volume. I mean, if you look at UNODC reports, Burmese drug trade is skyrocketing. And there are people with guns involved. I mean, always accusation that involved in that kind of drug trade. I mean, or who accused what, it doesn't matter. The fact is that there is a increased volume in drug trade, and there is a lot of accusation. I mean, not only SAC, a lot of other armed groups, because of, I mean, civil war, you need money, you need to buy all the guns. I mean, you need money, and we also it's become very expensive, not like before. And so Burmese army, they shell in on daily basis, with the Russia made jet. It's cost a lot of money to bomb or to share, So I think you need a lot of money to back the civil war. I mean, so I think I'm not surprised that there will be a lot more accusation. But the fact is that if you look at UNODC report, and not only drug, but also other scam center, that is the Chinese, really angry the Burmese army. They arrested, they even, I mean, their own interior minister, Soto, was accused of getting money from scam center, Chinese scam center. In the earlier stage, they refused, or their proxy, like border guard force, Kogan border guard, they involved in all these lucrative, scam center, and they provide security with guns, including Burmese Army or their proxy border guard force involved in all these, illegal drugs and illegal scam center. That is, I mean, you can read the report. There are a lot of reports of the UN reports on drug and crimes, and UN ODC or USIP. There are a lot of reports indicating that Burmese Army involved in these illicit, drugs and illicit economy. That's not even shine. That's not. I mean, there is a not accusation. It has to be true because of the amount and the volume that Burma Myanmar became major drug producer worldwide, number one now.
So, but also the opposition then. I mean, that was the question. Not
Opposition.
only the opposition too, right? I mean,
Those. I mean, if you want to manufacture a drug, you need some protection with guns and territorial control. That's how it's work. So that it is a quick fix money. So people with guns, that's what I mean. You can. Who is the biggest? Burmese Army is the biggest with the
things
guns.
to continue to explore, but I think the Aung Suu Kyi question and also the drug question and the issue of people fleeing to Thailand who are not only the one on the border, but many are spread. Ayat here, but I know from reporting of informal irregular workers at the moment, there are estimates of 2 million more. A part of these irregular workers, of course, people who have fled from Myanmar. So it may be much larger than 1 million, which is the border
It's only
estimate.
KNU area, I mean.
Exactly.
Other areas,
So
yeah.
if we look at the overall country, probably it's more, but these are all issues that we don't know exactly. So there is much more to estimate, but unfortunately, this is the last time for now with Latt, because we have had more than 6, which normally is the number that we use for our resource person. So we will change in August, but I am sure it will come back in a new round of 6 episodes in the future, because there are many compliments to you. So I want to read. Thank you for this very useful presentation, great information, not easily accessed anywhere also. That is one of the comments. Another one also sent here is thank you for your very professionalism as well as comprehensive presentation. We also got a compliment for organizing such an interesting and informative event. Thanks to you, of course, who made it so interesting. So I think this is more and more, we appreciate the preparation. I have to say that our source have all been very well, but also Latt is very good at preparing the presentation and sharing with us in advance. So it facilitates also my moderating, because I know what is going to say, and is always very well prepared. So indeed, very professional, and I am very glad to have been working so closely with you for this, I think 8 we have done together. And hopefully we will do more in the past, and we will continue. He has also done a small video, a short video. One was on people who have defected, which was shown at FCCT last month, and one is about people who have been wounded and who is responsible for that. And that probably we will show it at SEA-Junction in late August or September. So we will not stop our interaction with Latt, only for the update. Thank you for the great job that you have done. Bye-bye, and see you all.
Thank you, Leah and CJ. Thank you very much.
Person.
Thank you. Bye.